So you just saw us playing a little tabletop Magic the Gathering. So I thought it might be cool to spend the first little bit of the video game segment talking about the Magic the Gathering Xbox Live Arcade game, because we're noticing a few of these cool tabletop card games and board games are making the transition to downloadable titles.
Settlers of Catan.
Settlers of
big
Catan,
one,
which
yeah.
I would love to cover as a tabletop on our show.
Sure.
Uno, of course, is huge on Xbox Live Arcade.
That was like the first thing I played on Xbox Live Arcade. I loved it.
It's one of the most successful games that they have. So anyway, so we just played Magic the Gathering. What did you think of the Xbox Live conversion?
I thought it was great. I thought, first off, because we'd just gotten into Magic.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind the curve.
I know Dan played it when he was 4. But
1996 called in once
exactly.
its activity back.
So, but I will say, I actually played it a little bit back in the day, and it's a little complicated to grasp all of the nuances. It's pretty straightforward to be like, this is how you play it. All right, but then there's all these nuances, and the best way that I found to learn was playing the Xbox Live Arcade game.
The tutorial specifically, or just the game itself?
The tutorial catches you up to speed, but then playing round after round, our buddy Zand has become a ninja on the Xbox Live Arcade game. I mean, he has like all the decks unlocked, all the secret cards, like it's crazy town. So I really, really, really enjoyed the Xbox Live game. From what I have been told from friends who are big fans of Magic, have been playing for a long time, it could use an update to the deck creation. That you can't really sped all your cards out and go, okay, this one, that one, this one, that one, this one, that's my 60.
So it feels like a little bit more for beginners than for the seasons.
Maybe than for the seasonal stuff.
What do you think about the experience of playing on a computer rather than sitting in front of a table with physical cards?
Well, one of the problems that I've always had with tabletop games and card games is, I mean, we have this with D&D. When was the last time we played D&D? It's kind of hard to get together to do that. You know what I mean?
So convenience trumps.
Convenience definitely trumps. And also, there is something to be said about the fact that you get a little bit of animation. And also, as I said, it was fun because a lot of times with card games, especially when you're learning them, it's always like, I do this. Wait, can I do that?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think you
the
can.
game
I
can
don't
tell
know.
you
So it's really
for
easy to
sure
go,
yes.
I can't do that, so I won't even hit my button. But I'm going to do this. So there's a little bit of that like speed up and less learning curve.
I agree. I definitely think it's a great way to learn how to play the game. It's probably a great way to learn any game. I find playing those card games like Uno, I find to be the most relaxing, pleasant experience. And there's something in playing this kind of game. It's a different way to interact with your Xbox, but a lot of fun. And I think that it's, you know, one of the deterrents in playing Magic or any tabletop game in real life, IRL, is you know, there's cards and you're eating chips and it's greasy and you got your chits out.
The slovenly problem.
No, and it's just like it's hard to sort of manage. You need space on the table and all.
Whereas you can get all that stuff on your controller and it's no big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. It's, you know, I have a hard time playing Settlers of Catan on the Xbox Live because there's something about that physical experience of having that stuff in front of you that's just more satisfying for me. But I didn't really experience that with Magic. I wonder, do you guys think that the game would have been, would you have liked them to put a little more effort and make it more like battle chess?
No, and I'm kind of glad they didn't.
Okay.
Because I think that steals from the cathartic joy of the card game itself.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning that there'd be animations of them
The
fighting,
battle,
like the actual
it's
battle.
some sort of more video gaminess rather than just a visual representation of the card game. You know? No? Not so much?
No, I might enjoy. I mean, there's a little bit of that, but you mean like a cut to a.
No, it just shows instead of showing the cards, more like when we played that PlayStation Eye game. What was
Eye
that
of Judgment.
called? Eye of Judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was exactly this, actually, taking a card game and bringing it to life and fighting, which was really
But you
cool.
still had to actually have it out and move the cards.
There's some imagination involved in the tabletop form, and there's still a little bit of imagination involved in the Xbox Live version in imagining this. I've got a worm and I do this crazy thing, and I think more flourishes would have been cool. You don't need to cut to a CG scene where that happens. You can just have flourishes, and that might have been nice, but...
Overall, I have to say, the entire experience I've had learning Magic at this late date.
Yeah.
It has been so fun, and it's really the sort of reputation of Magic, I think, got in the way a little bit for me
Agreed,
of
wholeheartedly.
enjoying a really well-made game.
Yeah, me too. There's a reason why it's king and has been for like 15 years.
Yeah.